Big area we just overcame in here today on Tempus AI, and that's that 61.8 fib level. You can see that that is currently trading at that 49.09. We actually closed today at 49.87. Here in after hours, we're actually above that $50 mark, and you can see we breached it just briefly today as well at that 50.86 mark. So we're trading over 50 currently, but we did close at 49.87, up around 270 from the previous trading sessions close. Now, where does that put us going forward? Well, this 49.08 is going to now turn into a level of support for us if we can hold this by tomorrow. So depending on if we're going to gap up or gap down into tomorrow's trading session, that's going to determine that. But as for now, where we're looking at, that is going to be our support. Going forward, we're going to have to play with this 53.1 area in here before we start going up to this 57.17, but really that 50% fib retrace 57.17, that's going to be a main area. That is going to be something that we're going to be looking at in here. You can see that had a lot of resistance for us in here, a little bit of support as well. Back in here, it was a nice support as well and a resistance going all the way back to November. So that is the levels we're looking at in here as far as our immediate support and our next two resistances. Below this 49.08, we're just going to say it's going to be this low down here, right around that $42 area. And that's going to put us right where we kind of gapped up here back in January. So you see you have that doji there, then that gap and go right here. So that is going to be our next support below that. And it's going to be down here at this 37.56. And we have to confirm that gap fill, but we got a ways to go before we have to worry about that. Still, immediately what we're looking for this week, a hold of this 49.08s and then work our way up to the 53s and then that 57 mark. RSI is still relatively oversold to itself, so that is good. Volume kind of dropping off here just a little bit, but nothing too crazy in here to worry about. Now our IV in here, IV rank is at 44, right around a $4.50 expected move by this coming Friday's expiration. That's your monthly expiration. If you go all the way out to April, that is going to be a $9 expected move in there. So pretty decent sized moves priced in here with your options, and they are relatively juiced compared to themselves with an IV rank of 44, like we mentioned earlier. So all in all, again, we could easily see this 57.17 on the table for us by the end of this week, perhaps. And also, we could also kind of put 42 on the table as well. But first, we have to make sure that we hold this 49, and then we go, okay, now we're bullish. Now let's go back in it. Let's kind of run this RSI up. Let's get on some volume here, and then we can work our way up to that 57.17, hopefully by the week's end. But until then, we're just going to wait and watch that 49.08 level to see if it holds. $50 psychological level is going to be key in here as well, especially for tomorrow's gap up or down. We're going to see what all takes place tomorrow at opening. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.